Scott Bauer with the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Looks like we're trying to make a little comeback here after yesterday. Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. It's still on very low volume, Oliver, but just for some color here, because this is the S&P 500 pit behind me, but just over my shoulder here is the VIX pit. There was just a massive buy of July 19 calls, the 19 strike calls in the VIX. I don't know if that's being laid off against anything else, but just for a little color here, yeah, there's just some big upside call buying here.
VIX pop this morning, right at the open. I mean, it's coming down a bit here as the stock market rallies, but ultimately we still have S&P up and VIX up. And we've been looking for if that regime is going to rear its head again. The kind of upside vol and stocks. It hasn't quite happened yet, though. And what you're talking about is calls on VIX, which would be generally bearish for them, usually.
Correct, and unless someone's just putting that on as cheap protection, right? I mean, you want to stay in the market, you want to stay long in the marketplace. Volatility is at a level that's so cheap right now. You buy your insurance when you can.
Like it, 13.5. VIX finds a way to end up sinking every day here, especially if stocks are going to firm up. I mean, with people out saying Amazon's going to go to 180. Who's to doubt this market? That's a pretty big no doubt. Does it ring true to you?
180, when is that going to be? 3 months, 6 months, a year? I don't know. But I do like this breakout in Amazon here, and I can easily see this stock heading up to 135. Now that we got this big move this morning, what I'd like to see here is kind of some consolidation and just a very slow grinding move, and that's what I'm playing for here. So what I'm doing is I'm buying the July expiration 135 call, but to help finance the purchase of that call, I'm selling next week's 135 call against it. So again, that plays into, that's a calendar call spread, that plays into a nice slow grind up. So in an ideal situation, I'd love to see Amazon just continue this rally here, get somewhere closer to 135 by next week's expiration, so that option just kind of dwindles down towards zero. The premium decay comes out of that, and then my July 21st expiration 135 call holds its value or increases in value. So that's a calendar call spread. Basically, again, what I'm doing is I'm buying that July call to help pay for that. I'm subsidizing it by selling next week's 135 call. And I can do that for about $1.75 or so.
So then you get a nice range of outcomes here, largely to the upside. And I got to say, at 128, I mean, it kind of looks like we're breaking out to a new year-to-date high as we speak. So it seems like, a trade that has more upside built into it is probably in favor, right? And, trend's your friend.
It is definitely an upside play, but as I said again, what I'd like is a slower grind, not a big gap up like we saw this morning. Just a nice slow grind here over the next, 5-6 trading days.
All right, a little excitement back there. After yesterday, you think Bears got a little hope that maybe the party was over for AI? If we have a comeback into the weekend, is that going to get bullish spirits into the euphoric mode?
It's funny that you say that, Oliver, because I really think that if after yesterday we do rally back today, tomorrow, and then we get the weekend, come in Monday, if we're in a positive side again, that could finally be the last piece of the puzzle for the Bears to maybe say, all right, enough is enough. They got to, like you said, they got a glimmer of hope yesterday. But if that is smashed, that FOMO may set in now, and they really may start looking at some short covering if we bounce back from that one.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. All right. In the meantime, the spread on Amazon, buying some upside, selling further upside, and looking for the stock to continue. It has been a grind. And it's been a successful one, so trade makes sense, I think.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Scott. Much appreciated. Mr. Bauer is the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy.